Good morning and welcome back to Jody Lewis Creations. In today's video, we are just going to continue to work on hashtag Crafty Christmas in July. And we are continuing to work in our altered Christmas art book. I still love him so much. Anyway, so we are just going to continue to work in the book. So just a reminder, you know this by now, Terry's having a drawing on August 1st for posts that are in her Sweet Pea Papers and Junk Journal Tutorials and More Facebook groups. So do make sure if you are making Christmas projects, you pop on over there and share for a chance to win. Okay, so I did some counting to see how many clear pages we had left, and basically there's 11 pages I still need to decorate. So I have just taken glue stick, sorry, I think I just whacked you, glue stick to the back of this page, put this napkin down. I'm praying that it's straight because if this is crooked, it's going to drive me crazy and I'm not going to use it, just so you know. And so what I was thinking is I was going to just I kind of went through and clipped a couple pieces in here for bits that we want to work on. This, I have 4 pages clipped together because these will make pockets of some sort, probably like this, because I've already done them like this. But that is why those are clipped together. We'll need a spread here. I've got these here for right now. And then, so yeah, we're just going to pick a page and work. So, oh, maybe we'll do it here. Yeah, we're gonna do it here. It doesn't really matter. I'm just going, I've just been randomly choosing pages and working on them. So what's going to happen is this is going to get glued to the page. This will fold in and then we can decorate this bit. So that's drying. So that's going to be that page. So while that's drying, we will figure out something else to work on. If you're new to my channel, welcome. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for your continued support. I am enjoying seeing the progress in the book and how it's expanding. So now you can kind of start to see why I took so many pages out and we're still going to end up being a mess. And my front cover is trying to come off. That's okay. It's something that we can deal with and work with as we continue to work in the book. I still haven't glued that page down. I need to do that. Oh, wait, I said I wasn't going to, didn't I? That's right. I just need to put something here. That was what we were saying. So I hope everybody's doing well. I don't remember what episode this is. I need to upload. I haven't uploaded in a while, so... Oh, we could just put that there. That's an awful lot of dark green there, so I don't think so. I don't think so, Tim. Let's see. We could just let's just find a fun piece and we'll paper clip it there and know that that's what we need to work with. Do we want to do presents? I don't think I do. Oh, here, we'll just do kind of like the lighter image of that. I think that blends and ties in well. I didn't ink around that page. Did anybody catch that in that video that I didn't ink it? So we'll put this here for now. I'm not sure that that's what I'm going to put there. I could just put a neutral piece. No, stick with the plan. Stick with the plan. And then go from there. So anyway, oh, I just now realized these are tiny little ornaments. How cute. I can just barely see. There's like little doodads at the top of those. That's adorable. Adorable, adorable. Okay, so we'll put that there. Moving on. All right. So I have these here. I don't know that this is going to stay like this, but gives us places like we could put pockets here and still have, you know, an embellishment in the corner or whatever. So that would be really a nice way to do it. Let's see what kind of pockets we have. I want to get all the base pages done because I'm getting to the point now with this book that I'm like, okay, let's get some base pages done. Then we can start working on having the embellishments put on. Oh, that's too wide. So that's going to be a side pocket. So that is great to know. So that can't go there, but that is okay. Oh, look how cute he is. He could go on there as a little coin pocket. So we have lots of options. I could just make him a pocket and just do a bigger like that too. So We have this little pocket coin. So see, we have just a lot of options that we can use. So not a big deal. Not a big deal. So anyway, okay, back to what I was working on. I still have this page to do, but I have to figure out what colors I want to cut the bells out of. I don't think I'm going to do them out of red. I have some silver and gold that I could do, or we could just cut them and embellish. I don't know yet. I'm not sure yet. That's why I haven't worked on that page. I just haven't done it. All right. So this I was going to just put across the full page, but I didn't want to cut like right down the Christmas Eve. Let's see if this is dry enough. I didn't glue like all the way to the edges. I was hoping, I don't know if it's dry enough to do what I want to do yet. And this will go under, this will be glued under. Yeah, it is. It's just a matter of where I got my glue. So let's just tear that. Nope. Okay, that's not going to do what I wanted to do. Oh, that's, no, it is. Oh, it's not. Make up my mind, right? I had taken my glue down to where I thought the white was, and I thought it was going to be glued enough to tear and get a nice edge on it, but I don't think it's cooperating, so that's okay. It happens. Usually if it was good and dry, like if I let this sit until the morning, which is probably what I should do, then I know it would tear and be fine. Okay, put that aside. Let's see. Yeah, okay. So I think I'm gonna just let this set and dry a little bit more. I gotta hobble over and get something off the printer. And then I think I'm just going to kind of get a game plan, a little bit more of a game plan. And that way, when we are back in full force, hopefully I can get quite a bit more progress made on this. I didn't glue it straight. Maybe it'll be okay. It's not that bad. Oh my goodness. It's okay. I can handle it. You can do it. I can do it. Okay, I think we're gonna play with some stencils today. Let's see what we can do. I'm going to get this out of the way so I don't ruin my paper that we're going to work on. And I want to cover this side too. I have no idea how this is going to work because I haven't used this before. So I definitely don't want to get it on this page here. So I have my distress resist spray. I do not know why I'm having such a hard time with that word. I really don't. So what I want to do is hopefully not get it everywhere. I really should be using the spray box for this. So let's just, kind of wish the stencil was just a little bit smaller. Oh, we could do like this. And then they'll just go off the page. Yeah, let's do that. Something like this. We'll see. We don't know if we don't try, right? It says it's textured. Oh, you know what? I'm a dummy because I can't walk to go clean this. Oh, well. Ooh, that's stinky. Wow. So I think now, well, other than cleaning the stencil, it doesn't, I think I just let it dry. I think I dry it. I did read the instructions because I really didn't know what to do with it. And then let it dry, and then we'll spray with paint. Maybe. I think I got this stencil at Hobby Lobby for like only a couple bucks last year. I've never used it. Well, now I have used it. I was trying to hear. I think Mark yelled for me. Hang on. Okay, so that was a lot of fun. Love that so much. My son's here, so he was up here talking to me and I kept working. So I used the Tree Lot mica spray and I sprayed it on, and then I took my heat tool to it and let it dry so you can see all that yummy shimmery, yeah. And then it pooled in some places, which was really cool. And then some of the places that pooled, I actually loved. But then I wiped it off when I went to I just took a little wet spot on a napkin and went over, and it pulled that ink off the top of those ornaments, and I love it so much. I do love playing with Emboss Resist, but that's the first time I had used that spray. Fair warning, you'll be seeing that again in future projects. But I didn't then, oops, I didn't like that beside it. Then I was like, well, I know there's a Christmas tree image, so I went and pulled it off this page, and then I'm like, well, the poinsettias tie together, I like that, so it'll work there. So this will get glued down here. I'll just paper clip it for now, and then I'll talk about what I did here. So we backed it with our napkin, and then I got my hole punch out. I used my long arm crocodile. Mark got me one this winter. We were in Hobby Lobby, and I was like, by the way, if you ever want to get me a gift, I would really like the long arm. And I said, and he goes, well, it says it's now whatever, you know how Hobby Lobby does with the prices. It pretends it's on sale and it's not, so that way you could never, well, they don't have coupons anymore, but anyway. And so I used it. It was perfect for this because it gave me nice, even holes. And then I just took my knife and ruler and made a slit, so we have a pocket there. So I'll glue this down here. We'll have this bit, and I actually could have folded that a little more. That doesn't need to be folded in half. So we actually could fold that. Oh, it's gonna make my, why am I doing that without being on the book? It's gonna make my pocket not be exactly centered, but I think it'll be okay. So I wanted to, but that actually, I like that better because then it takes it off that line and you can't tell that I glued it. I glued it crooked. I glued it crooked. Yeah, so then that'll open up, and then we'll have a little pocket here for something. And I may need to make that a little bit wider. Maybe I'll do that before I glue it down. Maybe. And yeah, I like it. Anyway, so I'm going to walk away for a little bit. I had to get that out of my head. I wanted to play with that and see what would happen, and I really like it. I do think I'm going to bring, oh, I can't because unless I cut the full width of that circle out, if I put another circle over here, it's going to look funny. So I'll contemplate that as well. It'll be fine. It should be like 3 inches wide. Yeah. So we'll be able to get a 3-inch tag in there with no problem. And that will be fine. And then I was wanting to maybe paint some glacier paste on my poinsettias. So I'll get that glued down, get some glacier paste on, and just keep moving along. I'm loving this book. Like, I was kind of flipping through it, and I was like, oh, I like it so much. And then I was thinking about making this a tuck, but that won't work if this is a pocket. So we'll just glue that down. Just glue that entire back down, and then we could do maybe a pocket here, or maybe use like this little envelope here or something. I don't know. We just have so many options. Oh, now that would be kind of cute on there. No. Okay. Fussing. Good morning. It is the next day, and I am trying to remember where we left off yesterday. I didn't go back and watch the video. I glued this down, so we need to decorate that. I think we talked about that. Pretty sure we talked about that. And then I took some time and I glued this. So here's this page in the kit that has these 5 tall tag-like bookmark things. I'm not sure. So I cut them, and then I took a scrap from where we had fussy cut the Santa out, and I backed it. So a little script is going to show, and this is going to be a text spot. I backed it with book page, and we're going to cut that down and find a page to put this on. And then we're going to make it kind of an interactive piece. And you'll see there is white down the middle here, and I'm not really that concerned about that. I was thinking maybe we could do a strip of music down the middle of that or something just to work that into the background. I don't exactly know how I plan to embellish these yet, but the plan is to just make this like a flip out of sorts and go from there. Chloe's in here. I uncovered a bunch of her toys this morning and threw them all in here, and she's just like, oh my gosh, she had them all under the wash basin in the hallway. So funny. I pulled it out and I was like, oh, there's all your toys. She's right here, so she may be jumping up here. We'll see. That, it just needs a little bit more trimmed off of it, and this is totally backwards for me. I think a lefty or left-handed scissors would probably be angled right for that, but we're gonna make it work. Okay, so you can see I just have a little bit of script there. So now what will happen is, I knew you were gonna do that. Hi, honey. We're gonna find a page to put this on. So what it will do, and I don't know where we're gonna put it for yet, but it's going to be like, this will be a tuck back here. It's going to fold over, and that's what we're gonna see on the front. So we need a tab, and we can pull it. I thought about making that a pocket and then just flip that open. So I'm not sure yet, but we have this piece we're going to work with. So I have to get a plan. We have a couple pages. Like, I like this page, so I think we'll just put a pocket here and do something on this page. Let's do that. Let's put a pocket here. Let's see what pockets we have in our ephemera, if any of them will work. What are you doing? Can you stick your head in there? Doesn't need to be very big, for sure. I mean, we could. I really do like that. It's just a little too big for the page, but that lets you see that. So I'll figure it out and come back. I'm struggling with settling on a page this morning. So I've flipped back to another page where I wanted to do the double pocket. I really want to get my bases done and down so that we can figure out what we need for ephemera. So this is going to be my double pocket here. And then I was like, oh, wonderful piece. I love that. And there's this snow globe. And this would be so cool because I feel like that's so peaceful. But this is the only place I left room. Is it the only place I left room? It is not the only place I left room. Sorry, guys. You're probably like, would you get your business together, lady? But, so that would be, it would just be a matter of moving that spread from where it was to here. So that's that. So I could do one, get these out of here so I can count better. So that could be the back. So pocket, pocket, background. So it's fine. We're just going to move the pages. Because this, although I love this, it's not what we need for our bit. So what I was thinking is that these would be like 3-ish inch pockets. So I'm just going to butt my ruler into that spine and make a pencil mark. Oh, I gotta clean up. How many times do I say I need to clean up around here? So let's go. I'm going to mark this at 2 7/8 because there's this extra on the end of this, and I feel like that is going to make that pocket about 3 inches, which is what we want. So then we'll just cut right down that edge there, okay? And then same on this one. We'll butt it to the spine here and go 2 7/8, and again at 2 7/8, and then put my cutting mat in here so I don't have another dum-dum, and put it in between both pages because there'll be a little bit of nuance with the pockets with the way that is, as far as the spine and the way the pages are in here. So there's one pocket. Here is 2 pocket. And I'm sorry if I am out of sorts this morning. I'm just really tired and feeling stressed today over all this business. So I'm trying to be positive. The sun's shining, yay. Okay, So now what we need to do is back this. So I was thinking if this piece was big enough, which it's totally big enough, we could, you know, have it like that. I could do all 4 pieces with it. Then it would be a continuous, and then however we decorate it, it will break it up. And I kind of like that idea. So I'm going to tear it, and then I will come back. I'm just going to use my tear ruler because that's what I've been using on everything. And I was trying to count, if I release Christmas in July, every 3 days. I know the first few videos I did back to back to back. And then I have the password keeper out. And then I thought, well, if I can get this book done, then I can work on some other things and maybe fill in, or at least get us going into August with projects. I'm not sure what my recovery is going to look like or how much I'll be able to be up here. So there is that I'm trying to take into account as well. So now when I'm doing this, I only have to put enough in here to tuck just a little under my pocket. It doesn't have to go all the way in. It can just be like there, because then that's all you're going to see. But that gives us a little bit of a lip there that it doesn't show. You know what I mean? So I just want to come over about there. And I'm just eyeballing it. But yeah, I was trying to get a plan this morning for what I want to work on and maybe what I want to film next. I'm not really sure. And so my friend had a wonderful idea. She said, Jody, why don't you maybe make a piece of ephemera for the projects that you're considering and see which one speaks to you? And I said, oh, that's a great idea. And then I completely forgot that I got tagged in that tag challenge by Rhoda. Sorry, Rhoda. And so I need to make something for that. And of course I could tie that into this Christmas project. Is that enough on? No. So we need a different piece. That piece is not big enough. But we could use this. I'll just use this. And so I need to make a tag for that challenge and make sure. I don't want to not fulfill a challenge. That would not be good. But anyway, so yeah, that's kind of where I'm at this morning. Just trying to work stuff out in my head. This is Friday, so I have, you know, a couple of days here to figure out what I want to do. Like I said, I'm hoping to get this done. Or at least get to where I can make the ephemera pieces a lot easier and be done with that. That is not torn very nice. That happens sometimes. I feel like if I hit my finger or something when I'm tearing it, or I just don't put enough pressure, it doesn't like to tear. Sometimes I have to come in from the other side and do it. Then it tends to be fine. And I can print more background pages. Don't necessarily want to. Why does that look so crooked? I don't know why that looks so crooked. It's not. Interesting. So that is not. It's fine. I'm just gonna go with it. Just go with it and see what we get. Okay. Well, I'll just have to cover that somehow. It's fine. Okay, so I'll get these inked and glued down, and then those will be pretty simple as far as a double page with pockets. The sun's in the way, I'm sorry. And then as we embellish this, it's gonna be just a fun piece. I have embossing spray on my nails. I have washed my hands multiple times, but it has not come off yet. But anyway, okay. So I'll get this inked, I'll get these glued down, figure out what we're gonna do on the next page, and then I'll come back. So we have our backgrounds glued down. I have not glued my flaps yet. I did take my sanding block around the edges. I just wanted, like, it wasn't taking ink the way I wanted. So I did do that. And then we're going to just use our art glitter glue. And we're only going to glue the 2 sides here, right? Because we're making pockets. We're not gluing that entire flap down, okay? So I'm going to push that down and then grab some paper clips here, hopefully. And just hold that in place while that art glitter glue grabs Should only take a second. This stuff holds so quickly, and it's almost gone, you guys. I truly am going to be opening the Barely Arts glue soon, but I had a question about the tip, so I have to ask my friend, like, what is the better tip on that? And then I assume you put a pin in it like we do with the art glitter glue. So, okay, let that dry, and I'll be back. Okay, so back to the wonderful piece page. I have the snow globe piece that's going to go here, and I'm trying to determine if I want to make that a pocket or not. Tuck, not sure. But I have this napkin, and I've really been wanting to use it. And it's so sweet. It's got sleigh, and it's got some geese, and this barn, and I love it so much. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do is, I just have a piece of cream colored cardstock, and we're going to make a pocket out of this for sure. The wonderful piece is going to show. And then this will just be a neutral background because this napkin is so busy, and I don't necessarily need it to be super big pocket, a super big pocket. How about let's complete our sentence. Where you going? Sorry about that. I hope that was not too loud. He's hollering at me. He's leaving for a minute. So what I want to do is just on this edge, it doesn't matter which side for the initial, I'm just scoring that 1/4 of an inch, okay? So that's going to give us that mitered edge there. And then I think my width on this pocket, so let's do it, well, let's see what our image is, what we can get out of this. Let's see. I keep losing my rulers. I know it's on the table somewhere. I feel like I need it on a string around my neck, like my bone folder, really. I gotta leave a little bit of a, for the spine there. So let's just make that score like at 4 3/4 and see. Yeah, that's gonna give us, even if we come over here and we lose a little bit of that, I don't really want to lose my whole barn. We'll just come over here and score it at like 4 3/4. So 1 2 3 4 3/4. Yeah. And then I'll cut this at 1/4 inch. So that'll just give us a little bit of a pocket there. Yeah. So let's cut it. And then this is going to be the last piece I'm going to make in this video. Then we'll come back in the next video and work on something. I don't know what. I'm just trying to kind of, like I said, get my thoughts going here with finishing up this project. I feel like there's still a really long way to go, but it'll be okay. And then I want to come in at 1/4 inch from the bottom. And then this is a good piece. We can make a tag out of that. Okay, so then I'll trim these corners down. I don't need all that bulk right there. Kind of up to. Okay, so then we'll put our glue just on the face of this napkin. I mean, this pocket here. Maybe. Okay. So this will fit on here nicely. Not take up too much of the spine space. I'm trying to stay out of the spine as much as I can on these bits. And then we'll have our napkin image on there, and I think that would be really cute. And honestly, I'd rather have the sleigh and the geese, although it's like, what are they looking at? But they're looking at the house like, hey, come out and feed us some leftover bread. Okay, yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Okay, I'll get this glued down, and I am just going to probably use my matte medium, and then that's going to allow that to dry. So when we come back in the next video, this will be dried and glued down, and we'll figure out how we might want to embellish it. I will get this inked and glued down. I won't make this a pocket because this is going to be a pretty good sized pocket to put something in. And I think that'll just be a really pretty piece. And I may even bring it over a little bit more and just get that sleigh and those geese with the mountains in the backdrop. Yeah, I think I like that better. Yeah. Okay. Oh my goodness. So I'm like going to be leaving, but I got to get it glued down. But I didn't say bye, and thank you for joining me and all that good fun stuff. So thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the support and encouragement throughout this project. It's really been wonderful, and I really appreciate it. I have appreciated all the wonderful kind comments so far, and mind you, video 4 has not aired yet, so I'm still at video 3 as far as the airing of the videos. Today is July 5th. So sometimes when I'm like, I feel like I'm filming so far ahead, you know, that I may not have seen all the comments or whatever, but it's just been a really fun June and July so far, and I'm very grateful and appreciative of everyone's support and encouragement. So thank you so much for joining me, and I will get this glued down, and I'll figure out how I want to decorate it. If I do something that's super fun and spectacular for this particular piece, maybe I'll come back at the end of this video and show it, share it, whatever, or just talk about it in the next video. So still just working on trying to get the backgrounds down and figure out where we're going to go from there. And then what else was I going to say? I don't remember. There was something else I was going to say. Don't remember what it was, but that's all right. That's okay. If I think of it, I'll come back or make a note so that in the next video I'll tell you. Okay? Have a wonderful day. Thank you for joining me. I hope whatever you're working on is bringing you lots of joy and sparking your creativity. This has been really good for me just to allow myself to do whatever I want on it and not have to worry about it being super matchy-matchy, which if you guys have been following me for any amount of time, you know I do matchy-matchy a lot. I work in themes, I match. So it's really kind of interesting that I'm allowing my brain the space to not have this whole journal match. I mean, in theory, yes, because I am using the Natty and Moon kit throughout. And I will be using some elements from the Nonstop Paper Crafts and Line Dot Arrow kits as well. Those I just haven't worked in yet. I tore that napkin pretty good right there with my finger. It stuck to me, but I'll fix it. I have a plan. Be on the lookout for more diamond dust or glacier paste or something shiny on this tag to finish it out. Shocker, right? But anyway, okay. You guys have a great day. I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Just popping back on. I did some diamond dust on this one, and I thought, you know what? I've done diamond dust, so I'm going to keep that. I'm going to set it aside. It's still drying. So I got this one out, and I redid another piece, and I used this Stampin' Up! Embossing paste at the bottom, and I just took my palette knife and just up and pulled it up to try to give it some texture. Like the ducks are standing in some snow drifts, and there's some snow drifting around the trees and under the sleigh. I took some stickles in a yellow and did the lights on the Christmas tree. And then I did some in another color to highlight the snow coming down. And then the star, I just used my Stardust Jelly Roll pen. Oh, and then I did some red stickles on the bow. And then the light strand here. So this has to dry. I cannot touch this until it dries. I don't want to take my heat tool to it. It's a question whether that embossing paste will puff up if it's heated or not, and that's not a piece that I want to test it on. So anyway, I just wanted to pop back on and tell you that that's what I did with that piece, and it took me quite a long time, which is fine. I did cut it a little more narrow. The edges were a little rough, and I thought, you know, I really like the clean edge on this, just so that picture itself is the focal point of the page. So just a little bit of bling on it. I love bringing the napkins to life. They give such a good base for if you want to take paint to them, your stickles, your embossing powders, like whatever. I just love using them as a base. I did cover it with matte medium, so that allowed me to, it protects the napkin then for putting product on it, because once napkin gets wet, it gets so fragile that if you didn't protect the top of it, you run the risk of damaging your image. But I think that's perfect to go beside our snow globe here, which I also want to do something to, but I haven't figured that out quite what I want to do. I am going to get it glued down, but I'm leaving this. I'm walking away now for a while because I really don't want this to get messed up. I'm even very nervous about leaving it on the table. I don't want Chloe to jump up here. But if I'm not in here, she's not likely to. So I'm going to go with that. Anyway, okay. Well, thank you for joining me, and I hope you have a wonderful day. I will see you in the next video. Bye.